How's it going, YouTube? My name is Ari and welcome to Blue Lion Finance, a channel solely dedicated to investing as well as my very own personal journey to amassing $100,000 within my Vanguard brokerage account. Now, as of today, that account is sitting at $73,318.91. That is up by $970.68 since the last video. And that is all I really have to say here is holy smokes. We have certainly been on one heck of a market roller coaster ride, with the market becoming ever so volatile. We got investors who are scared about the Delta variant, as well as investors who are already panicked about inflationary rates going up. Now, all of this market volatility, of course, presents the most incredible opportunity for investors like you and I to go ahead and buy the dip. Now, if you are an investor out there who is buying quality companies and holding on for the long run, I can assure you, you will most likely fare very well come your financial future. Now, that leads me to today's video, in which I'm going to be talking about the 3 stocks that I increased my positions with last week. Certainly a video you do not want to miss out on. Make sure you watch it through and through. Now, just before we actually dive in, go ahead, tap on that thumbs up button for me, as it greatly helps me out in growing the Blue Lion Finance channel and getting the word out there. But moreover, if you personally have not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead, tap on that subscribe button. I would not only love to personally have you along this journey with me, but I want each and every one of you to take part in the giveaway that Blue Lion Finance has underway right now, in which I'm going to be sending one lucky winner a $50 One Hope Wines gift card. You get to pick out a wine of your choice. It will be sent right to you. Now, the main rule of thumb is you just have to be a subscriber the moment the Blue Lion Finance channel hits 1,000 subscribers. All of that out of the way, YouTube, let's get right to it. So as already mentioned, last week was an incredibly volatile week within the markets. Now, all of that market volatility is stemming from a lot of investors being afraid of the Delta variant, the implications of the Delta variant, what it will do to the global economy, the economy as a whole. And that all comes on top of investors being panicked for the last several months about inflationary rates, whether or not those rates are going up or down. Here's the deal when it comes to the markets. It is a day-by-day deal, meaning nobody can predict the future. Your guess is as good as mine, which is as good as Warren Buffett's. Nobody can predict the future. So with that being said, the best investment strategy is to dollar cost average your way into either new positions or simply doubling down on positions that are already within your portfolio, which again is exactly what today's video is all about, the 3 stocks that I doubled down on this past week. Now, the very first company I want to talk about is Realty Income, that is ticker symbol O. Realty Income is a REIT, so a real estate investment trust. It is one of my personal favorites. It is a monthly paying dividend company, so it makes me literally feel as if I am an actual landlord collecting on rent on a monthly basis. But what has certainly allowed me to have tremendous confidence in Realty Income is when I look at their actual real estate portfolio. They have an incredibly well-diversified portfolio with over 6,600 different properties spanning across all 50 states and properties within Puerto Rico and the UK as well. They have over 600 different clients ranging from Walgreens, 7-Eleven, FedEx, Walmart, CVS, the Home Depot, Kroger, you name it, you have probably stepped on a Realty Income property at least once in your lifetime, if not a handful more times, and you didn't even know it. And while yes, if we take a look at their stock share price, they certainly fell throughout 2020, but that created an incredible buying opportunity, which is where I did most of my buying. But what I will say is Realty Income held on to a very strong occupancy rate, and it still has an incredibly strong occupancy rate sitting at 98% occupancy, which means that very few of their actual properties are vacant. Now, what is more, their current dividend yield is sitting right in the sweet spot at 4.03%, which is certainly a dividend yield that I like to see in my investments. Now, last week when Realty Income fell by $1 or so, I did pick up a share for $69.67, bringing my total share count to 50 shares of Realty Income within my personal portfolio. Now, next up, we have STOR Capital Corporation, that's ticker symbol STOR. Now, STOR Capital Corporation is another REIT, a real estate investment trust. This one was founded in 2011, so a relatively young REIT, but nonetheless a REIT that is doing an outstanding job in growing an incredibly well-diversified portfolio. very similarly to Realty Income in terms of the moat that they're building. Now, STOR Capital has over 2,000 properties spanning across 49 states. And what gives me as an investor some more confidence in investing in STOR Capital is the fact that they've already attracted Mr. Warren Buffett to their business model. Now check this out, Mr. Warren Buffett is not a big-time real estate investor, but when it comes to STOR Capital, he has 24.4 million shares worth, and that is because of their business model. Now, their business model calls for investing in properties that are service-oriented, whereas a company like Realty Income is invested more in retail spaces. So the difference is these service-oriented companies are more like educational facilities, healthcare clinics, restaurants, and health clubs, which certainly helps build a greater moat around STOR. Now, while STOR is not paying monthly dividends, they're paying quarterly dividends with their dividend yield currently sitting at 3.93%. And last week, as that stock share price went down, I went ahead to pick up 3 more shares of STOR Capital Corporation, which I bought each of them for $36.11, bringing my total share count of STOR Capital Corporation to 5 total shares. Now, last but certainly not least, we have the third company that I wanted to double down on my position with last week, that being Omnicom Group, ticker symbol OMC. Now, Omnicom Group is a marketing, media, and communications company that is based out of the United States, but they have offices in over 100 different countries, working with over 5,000 different brands when it comes to branding and advertising. Now, throughout 2020, easily you all could understand that marketing and advertising budgets were cut. So of course, Omnicom Group took a massive hit in 2020, but they have since then rebounded. And as we continue to round the corner on the pandemic, they are certainly coming back stronger than ever. Some of their biggest clients are putting in their biggest advertising budgets coming into 2022. That being some of their most notable clients like Apple, Nissan, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Adidas, and McDonald's, just to name a handful of them. But as mentioned, they are coming back stronger than ever coming into 2022, and definitely a company that is certainly not going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, they are just a marketing and advertising industry dinosaur. With an insane market cap of $15.44 billion. They're coming in at a ranking of number 3 out of the 17 largest marketing and advertising companies that you can work with. Now, of course, just as many of my investments have a dividend, Omnicom Group also has a dividend with a dividend yield sitting at 3.8%. Now, last week when they took a minor dip down in the low 70s, I did go ahead and pick up a share. Probably be buying some more shares this week, but more information on that to come. As of right now, I have 10 total shares of Omnicom Group. And that is it. Those are the 3 companies that I invested in last week, dollar cost averaging my way into an even bigger position with each of them, spending a grand total of $250.22 doing so. Now, a word of advice from an investor to an investor is simply find those quality companies, get invested in them. Say it time and time again in various videos of mine, but I say that only because regardless of the state of the market, over the long run, the market has a tendency to literally go up. The proof is in the pudding. Now, with that all being said, if you've liked what you heard, you learned something new, and I'd absolutely love to read through your comments, so go ahead, drop one below. Of course, go ahead, tap on that thumbs up button, as it greatly helps me out in growing the Blue Lion Finance channel and getting the word out there. Now, if you personally have not already subscribed, go ahead, tap on that subscribe button. Not to mention, I want each and every one of you to take advantage of that One Hope Wines $50 gift card, so make sure you are subscribed to the Blue Lion Finance channel. Now, YouTube, with all of that being said, I will see you all in the next video.
I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time. Yeah!